Laman Khan, maybe you don't even understand what we're talking about. Sorry for the word. Because if diamu kanyaming, after ila mo ila if mo la diamu kong lawa. Are you trying to tell to the listeners ko it is just recently ECOWAS a decision order to restore democracy in countries? Were they not here in 2016? Were they not here in 2016? So what are you talking about? Because ECOWAS a decision order. ECOWAS is going to Niger to restore democracy? There is constitutional crisis there, the same as that of the Gambia. Do you know? They came to the Gambia for constitutional crisis, and then it's the same thing that is taking them to Niger. Before 2026, Guinea Conakry, Mali, Burkina Faso, coup d'etat. Was it just recently? So what are you talking about? What are you talking about here? I am totally against coup d'etats. I will never ever support it. I always say this. But rule for one should be rule for all. Rule for one should be rule for all. Why they do not go to Guinea? They came to the Gambia. Why they do not go to Guinea? Why they do not go to Mali? Why they do not go to Burkina Faso? Why it has to be Niger? Yes, they come in for negotiation. This is what we are talking about. We said let them take diplomatic measures. Just like the diplomatic measures they took at Guinea Conakry, Mali, and Burkina Faso. This is what we are talking about. I condemn coup d'etat. But let the efforts be diplomacy. So as our sub-region could have peace. But yet Guinea Conakry nyakasole diplomacy useful. Mali diplomacy useful. Burkina Faso diplomacy useful. You want to go and kill the people of Niger. What type of ECOWAS are we talking about here? Is it selective justice? Are they unjust? Sorry, are they unjust? Again, ika France ningo Rose ika Russia minfo. To my understanding, ECOWAS is more worse than Russia. You know why? I can explain it to you. Rose ECOWAS la purpose man ki man lo pour ino na coup d'état keda banko ka eta e mol fao banko kan. ECOWAS man lo wala. ECOWAS lo tale, their aim is for corporations and integrations. Wala nyinte ko no ECOWAS banko da malo ila economic ni nena la economic la sani safaro ni sona da mal tem. ECOWAS banko dungol da mal ka dunyo kan. Nyinkana joko nyimbote Gambia, nyimbote Senegal, nyimbote Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Togo, or whatever, or Nigeria. But na safaro nyin na economic nyin. Na economic nyin ba work out la no nyami. So has na economic nyin, as a stable. This is the purpose of ECOWAS. But not ko bankolo internal conflict solo. Ale journal chika you go and kill them or they kill you. African state damal ding banku damal kanyo fa. That was not the purpose of ECOWAS. Tonya akakele, they go into countries to intervene. But which country could we even say they intervene? It's Gambia. It's Gambia. And then before Gambia issue in 2016, there was ECOWAS. Why they do not go to other places? They use diplomacy in other Gambia. Now after Gambia crisis, issue settled Guinea Conakry, settled Mali, settled Janatondi. Burkina Faso, why not there? Why? Niger now. Yele selected Justice Funkel. They went to Sierra Leone. They went to Liberia. But how about Cote d'Ivoire? How about the issue between Ouattara and that of Gbagbo? What do they do there? You see how injustice they are? You see how selective justice they are displaying within ECOWAS states? They went to Sierra Leone. They went to Liberia. But do they went to Cote d'Ivoire for internal conflict strategy? So if the same ECOWAS, constitutional crisis in Guinea Conakry, assorted Mali, assorted Burkina Faso, assorted Gambia, they came to the Gambia. But in Mali, Guinea Conakry, Burkina Faso, they used diplomacy. Africa, they used diplomacy. Liberia, they went out for war. Sierra Leone, they went out for war. In the Gambia, they came in, though they do not do any war. Because when Jammeh left, that's the time they came. So why war be in Niger? Lamin Khan. There is no difference between ECOWAS and Russia and France. This is the bitter truth. Why should they kill their own citizens for the presidency of an individual? Why 1,000 souls has to go for an individual? Why that? Why 1,000 souls are to die for the presidency of an individual? What for? Why Niger is to be destroyed with all what Niger has worked for? Why it has to be destroyed for the presidency of someone in the presence of dialogue? Lamin Khan. ECOWAS Puru democracy co restore in any of the African countries. ECOWAS broken in the 90s. So that is not something new now. We are all living witness to it. During the 1990s, don't we see ECOMOG at Sierra Leone? Don't we see them in Liberia for constitutional crisis? So long. Long because you know only back and forth so long. But I mean, I can't just comprehend what you're talking about here. For me, I'm going to be in the 90s. ECOWAS will tell you know, ECOWAS will tell you know, like block ECOMOG ngeje you know Sierra Leone, ngeje in Liberia to restore democracy in those countries. So neither can have Nambika for Jeleko. It is now, during after Malam Malila coup or whatever, that's the time ECOWAS Narasi, they want to stop. I mean, what are you talking about, my Barende? Something that has been existing since the 90s. I mean, these are some of the mistakes. Maybe you're going through communication barrier. ECOWAS, ECOWAS, what they are doing is not democratic. ECOWAS has no power. Let me help you to understand. In accordance with the UN Charter, ECOWAS has no power to interfere in countries' internal conflicts. That is not the purpose of ECOWAS. Do the research by GB. ECOWAS nata minela. It's purposely for economic affairs, cooperations and integrations, but not for war zone within African states. Woman kara daliloti. Banco purka banco ka intervention okeji. It has to be based on 3 issues. The first one doesn't have basics. Well, pro-democratic intervention. That is more of politics. Fulanjao, an intervention by invitation. Let's say Banco Presidano, I invite Sabanjao, an authorization from UN, an authorization from UN Security Council. Let us go back 2016. ECOWAS with all the decisions they took for intervention in the Gambia. At the end, what do? They came and settled at the border. Till on the 19th January, when UN Security Council give them go ahead, and they will go ahead for him. Military go and use diplomacy. You will avoid. Wanna bring Jammeh now, what are they to fight for? They get in. So sometimes, you know, alka cool little blend new can be long, alco doctrine, alco theory nimbonde dami. Know what the UN Security Council Charter said. So what democrats are you talking about here? For Niger Dingol, Mil Bibe Siloka, you know, they want their government to go. Don't they have their democratic rights in their country? Full man Bangkok. So why should they be killed for their freedom of thought? So what democrats are you talking about? Wo Banko Dingol Mil Pintete, O Studio funded tap full man freedom of rights in their own country? Do they deserve to die? Kan, jile itandila nko. ite fonga la own statement ntingi inyinin kajel dunko ya lo fonga lo ko e diplomacy ketala nyim banku dolt diplomacy wala kita nyim banku dolt and still that diplomacy process is still going on still is going on da manke ko ye nyili bulalde ke jine konakri ko se jine konakri kumimbe je sai de ton da back against it and that of Mali and Burkina Faso still the diplomacy is going on wannan ka je tandila da mu kono ko world diplomacy killing why that is not applicable in Niger and kuma do fanan samane la da mu kono comme nyindoli akere but after la kira according ake kola ECOWAS data sile ka foko they will not tolerate coup d'etat. When was that? I want to know. I never come across that. Now since at the beginning ECOWAS was never in support of coup. Whenever it happens they come out to stop it. Sorry, no, to condemn it. They cannot stop it, but they condemn it. Being alone. And then they do diplomatic measures for it. They engage. Now, why Niger has to be exceptional and it left me useless and excuse. Tell me when. During after because I think the last coup is in Mali. After Mali last coup, when those ECOWAS sita, now okay, it is a foregone conclusion. But now, if another coup d'etat happens, we will do military force on them. When was that sitting? Can you help me to know that? No, I don't want to prolong the topic of discussion, but Lamin Nasa is supporting France and then try Russia is evil or is bad. I don't want to talk about that. But I nata. Akamig anyim bank of Russia ning France akaitendin nalako Russia wolman better France le better ala diamo ko tole beji barintama interest wala womu Russia la problem Roma la opinion ta Russia je nyame France nyame. I don't want to talk about that barintana ta bi dente damin na wala equasti wanam focus ta ko bara diamo tata nata wala beji but I have no problem with the Roma la opinion I France nyado nyama Russia je nyado nyama
no Suleiman Malamin can understand all after part tala damen because akamulun fele ko comme nyuleta naija kanyapi kan abejele support kan bejele condemn kan naija ko ila sojaron ko ila jonta ko nyinke la resources le bi Sénégal français la fo la nyanda kakban banko di la so kata wodi banko do molla itula ka do man nisto je wala ka jama basto je wala fo nyanda kakban wala ronda aronda fa right la woron tale so ni ko tatta mate ko banko di mo nyanta wodi sades banko di mo nyanta decide dal bar ndala constitution adama baro man fere be ke da mabay ama fa tele nyanto le tije adama ko gambia la constitution mi nga safe adama fo ngole nyim fo kabe kala legal zilet min adama fere be ke pour yo constitution bay e ko do ni fo be use fo constitution bay o constitution bay wala adama fo man tora kambi mina ba ko be ko sa tele nyanto tije ba bo ko do ko adama be 10 nyim 5 years mo ba ko na be danna wala adama dum malla fika dan nyim 5 years wala adama lafta jela ko nyim 5 years fan kana tarja te extra 10 years ka 20 adama be nyinda mal ko wala ne constitution bay sa nyela to nala murundi la ko ta andu ni bina murundi la ya murundi wati la na benta adama la nyim tamte tarla je ba fule nyim bondi je sa adama be anoda extra 10 years le kala mula min kan nyina ka fitino sabu banko kan nyina ka banko digol dundi nyola nyina ka sabu banko digol la sojaro ka kudeta man sakata la interest da mala jibe andum banko digol ya kaje ka service o ke banko digol ye nyina to nyati ECOWAS men ne lota to maintain peace in West Africa in ECOWAS countries ka banko Cairo sabati ndi banko Africa banko le kan sa ni tole samune keno fu Cairo sabati fa wo fembe Cairo samale ECOWAS nenta lola wala kan so nyin tuta mo le wala kono le tutam discourse ko sanin ka kadala nga tutam le discourse lefta ECOWAS banko beta tutam yes they can say it and mobe ya kela constitution kono pour ka de Cairo sabati Africa ke clinti lamin kan nyanta o fanan kala le lamin kan banko dingol la interest lo woti banko dingol le nyanta sonnala ila banko kan comme ECOWAS ka funa men banko la mansaye fere beke pour ka loi fala ngala interest kan ko abita ta tamle fo e fitino sabuje so fitino ni afu ECOWAS ka fole ko la constitution e la hajite woto yale ka wala bar ni o president bondiya coup d'état e ka foyle ko ya murundije andu o constitution la tinya fo akabita tatam ka bankola luwa tinya wala o fitino sabu fo o mansa ke bondi listen to me very carefully ni o bondi ko ya murundije sai mansa bondo imal la fi wala bar ni mansa be luwa taman tinya kan iko man sembo so do mu bankola luwa le ko me taka ni min fonni alright sani ni luwa be tinya kan fo la mansa bonde ita fana man sembe sto kata ko mansa murundije e ko man sembe sto ko mansa murundije sai he fo no dro because wala ka fitino sabu so ECOWAS fana mu bodi le timi ya lonko ibijela ka Cairo samba ECOWAS bankol tema nimbe Cairo sabatindila ECOWAS fana na mandate lo woti so nyin tam limit bo kono le ko problème de mabe bankol kan tam limit ji andum ko tam limit duni president do balanta president do lafta tule jele fo fawe nyimbe understand ela grievances lo ne foka bang okay mina kan nyim fitino le sabo banku dama bije tam limit latina fitino na taje banku dama bije constitution o tina ka tata mo le fitino sabaje han Senegal wal dunde manki salle dinayno min ka dinay ko atano second tamla akol luwa ta man ledi because bibe wodun le wa atara atabe man sayala yalo abemu tam limit le so nyin tam limit le fitino sabu la demaldo ECOWAS fana right sotel as a body kasi ka kala ko ndol mu banko la nyaton kol de nyin ka fo min ba kono nga tam limit dune mo me tutam ke je fonyo isa de wo fana mu anoda peace let mi yalon ka be Cairo sabatin la banko le kan ka tu kan ke de wo da male kamba president be sirin ila banko kan you are there to protect life and the property iman traje fitino la so banko de wala nyanto mu nyamen ko e wodundi ECOWAS la nyanto mo wala ngam pour ya because ECOWAS fana be lorin o banku di wala la nyanto la wala ne ECOWAS kafolo abe wala nyama it's the same but ECOWAS ka kachale abika work dole ka balan dole ka song so balan mani na tarade ECOWAS left a force la de man kata Niger inanta force la de wala ngam tam dundi being ECOWAS la mol jamuta dan tam ko la adama barola mole mi ne fo nyim banko kan ima fo ECOWAS date to la banko la kuto namre wala fo ganna non loto den NPP ko le ko ECOWAS data intela banko la kuto so intela man tala la moy lela banko la luwa da ngam wala fo bari intela kumuro skili wala ko biri ya de me balance de ECOWAS le nata kam mako dan so adama baro ay resto la ka so daro ki kelola itele bo fana fo kan mo kilo so lamin kana jibe do intol be banko la right mu nyamen ECOWAS la right mu wala nyama ni ko Cairo elected president abe mo ne ke kan bankola luwa tinya la tinya ya bondi wole fo momo kude take ka fula mari bankola luwa la tinya ika wole fo so it's all the same banko di wala raj mu nemen ka okay ECOWAS la raj mu la nyama kake